Velocity TV begin.
As your source for esports racing comes live with an all-new fresh take of Full Velocity TV here on an early Sunday afternoon, we welcome you in to the dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is time for the first round of a big Sunday night doubleheader. It's at Dirt Warrior Racing DWR, and it is time for the Eichstadt Wraps UMP Modified Series coming to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil LeCass here. Jack chewing alongside me on the controls tonight. The Phil and Jack Attack out here early on in the evening here on a Sunday night. And great to have you aboard here live tonight at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, where a pretty hefty field of race cars have come in. I count about 18 or 19 drivers in the pit area here, so it's a pretty good count here for an early Sunday evening. And our first heat race of the evening about to roll itself out onto the racetrack. Heat races tonight going to be 10 laps in length, the first of 3 out there now. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole with tonight's Har Motorsports quick time and qualifying aboard car number 18, that is Kyle Surratt with the number 21 of Jim Revis to the outside. In row number 2, aboard car number 73, it'll be Stephen Moore with the number 124 of Tennessee Tumbler Brett Rolls on the outside of row 2. Row 3, the number 25 of Henry Jones with the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman, rounding out our 6 cars here for heat race number 1. Looking like we got 3 heats on the docket here before a 40-lap main event, and who knows what may happen from here in between that as far as consolation races go. Top 4 scheduled on here out of heat, so we'll see if they elect to start them all or make them race their way in here in a little while. I guess we'll wait to tell the tale of that as the night goes on. But hey, I'm happy to have you all aboard here. See, Brett Rolls is chucked in already over at Facebook Live. Caleb Ramsey out there as well. Fellas, great to see you out there. Do us a favor if you've done so yet. Like our link out there, share the link, and let everybody know that the Phil and Jack Attack are out here live on a Sunday night over at DWR for the absolute pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues over here at Dirt Warrior Racing. About to set them loose for 10 laps around the 4/10 mile. Off the corner, Kyle Surratt going to lead Jim Revis, our first iRacing flag, green flag of the night. Going to find us over here in the east end of the speedway in turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Surratt fires off the corner with the race lead. Race already for 2 with Revis up high. Stephen Moore is number 73. A guy who has shown a lot of speed here in these UMP Modifieds is Stephen Moore, down to the low side of a 21 of Revis. We equal off in a turn number 1 and 2, door to door. 21 up high, 73 down low. Surratt's number 18 trying to run away and hide already. He's starting to distance himself in this battle going on for the second spot. Moore and Revis door to door off of 4. Completing lap number 2, running in that 4th spot. Looks like pretty comfortable for the time being. Back there is the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman. You got Brett Rolls back there in the 124 trying to make his way into a guaranteed transfer spot as well. Kevin Prettyman back there as well. Aboard car number 88, you got the 25, Henry Jones. 6 drivers here in the field making up heat race number 1. So far, so good. The 18, Kyle Surratt, was no surprise to myself at all when Kyle come in setting quick time here tonight. Was really quick in practice, and I thought he really may make this one look really quick here in heat race number 1. Leads the field by 8 car lengths here off of turn number 2. Good battle going on between Moore and Revis, continuing to rage it out there for the second spot. They're still door to door off of turn number 4 this time. Revis going to motor by the outside. Now give the evil one aboard car number 21. Jim Revis, position number 2, dropping Stephen Moore back to 3rd. Brief check-in on that race going on back for 4th. Looks like Brett Rolls has picked up the spot from Henry Jones and Kevin Prettyman. So rolls now into that final transfer as they're nose to tail there, running fourth, fifth, and sixth. The story here is Kyle Surratt aboard car number 18, leading the field and just checking himself out. Last time around, it was 1.238 seconds. We'll see what the interval is this time by as they exit the corner to complete lap number 7. And looks like it stayed pretty consistent right there. 1, 2, 3, 8 is it checked in right at the line here for the driver of car number 18, Kyle Surratt, coming off the corner this time where they will find 2 to go for the starter stand. 2 more trips around the 410 mile dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Jim Revis picking up 2/10 there on the 18 down to an even second, which is going to make out about 8 to 10 car lengths over in turns number 3 and 4, where Kyle Surratt is going to see the white flag on top of his race car. One more trip around the 410 mile here. Beautifully prepared dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of the best they have out here in iRacing for sure. Into 3 and 4 for the final time, where we find the checkered flag up in the air. Kyle Surratt going to take down the win in heat race number 1. Jim Revis, Stephen Moore, Brett Rolls, Henry Jones, and Kevin Prettyman going to round out heat racing action here. Heat race number 1. Great to have you all aboard here, as we said, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Let's take a quick minute here before we get racing. Let's thank our sponsors really quick to make this thing go around for us. We got to thank Tyler over at Hannibal Record Service, Jeff over at iRacing, iFlag. Got to thank Kathy and Brian Foyles over at Foyles Trucking, Sam and Vlad over at BladeNo.com. Got to thank Scott Bargloff and the gang down at South Texas Speedway. How about Jake Keel at Montstar Productions? Thank TDR Racing League and Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and our buddy Brendan Spadafora, Full Throttle with the Jet over on YouTube, our great sponsors that make up the Full Velocity Racing Network, as we get heat race number 2 about to put this place on fire. And here we go at our Boyles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole with car number 98 is going to be David Clymer. It's Clymer time on the pole, and alongside Eric Eichstadt and board car number 12 on the outside of the first row. In row number 2, aboard the FERN, car number 91, that is Tyson Pankow with the 711 alongside. That is Terry Joyner, and rounding out our field here in row number 3 will be car number 11 of Kyle Moyer and the number 60 of Trace Williams. Going to round out our 6-car field here. Heat race number 2. Said all heat races tonight, 10 laps in distance. So let's see where this one's going to take us as we work our way off of turn number 2. Looks like that Chevrolet Silverado safety truck surrendering its way onto the infield. And that only means one thing. We're half a lap away from getting this thing underway as they work their way through turns number 3 and 4. David Clymer, Eric Eichstadt with a new look aboard car number 12. They're going to be your front row. Starting to look over the field. He'll unfurl the emerald silk. Green flag going up in the air. And right away, it's Clymer time. The 98 David Clymer going to lead the field off in a turn number 1 and 2. Eric Eichstadt from that second spot going to slide up the hill. Going to allow Tyson Pankow, maybe Terry Jordan to make it 3 wide over to 3 and 4. 7-11, he kind of kept it in line. I thought he had a notion to make that one mix it up through the middle. He's going to stay there in the back bumper of the 91 car as it's Clymer off turn number 2 here. Leading the field, racing on for second, Tyson Pankow and Eric Eichstadt. Door to door through 3 and 4. This time to complete lap number 2. 91 down low. 12 car up high. You see Joyner's 7-11 back there running in the 4th spot. Kind of all comfortably right now for him. You got Kyle Moyer, Trace Williams running at the field there in that white number 60 over in turn number 3. I see a plain white car for Trace. I see no numerals on that car also. Trace, you may need to upload your car there, buddy, so we can absolutely see it here on the network. But we work now lap number 4 here under green. David Clymer stretching it out front to about 5 car lengths. Race going on, still raging very much for second with Pankow underneath Eric Eichstadt as they kick those rear ends out off of turn number 4. Pankow going to lead there at the line by a blink, but Eric going to fire back up high aboard the Eichstadt Wraps number 12. Got to thank Eric for the sponsorship of this series here. Eichstadt Wraps UMP Modified Series. We're going to be, I believe, halfway home through the season here tonight. 5 races in, 5 more remaining here. See, this one's gone by pretty quick this whole year on Sunday night. And so far, it's been a lot of fun to watch. But guys like David Clymer right now just walking himself away from the field as we're halfway home here. 5 in, 5 to go now. Put 6 in the books off of turn number 4. Tyson Pankow, he is broken away from the 12 car in that second spot. He's chased down Clymer to about 6 or 7 car lengths. By the time we hit turn number 3 and 4, Pankow may be, for the time's sake, a little tad bit quicker. Let's check lap times. So we'll top two this time around. 16.715 for David Clymer. 16.796. So last time by 98, a little bit quicker than the 91. But Tyson, as he's finally broke out of traffic, may hit a rhythm now, and that car looks like it may start coming to life. Off the corner, 2 laps remaining for car number 98 of David Clymer. Clymer time in a big way tonight here off of turn number 2. Looking poised to maybe take this one coast to coast at heat race number 2. Off the corner, white flag going to go in the air. One more trip around for driver of car number 98 as he's into the east end of the speedway over in turn number 1 and 2. Pankow holding on for second. Eichstadt for third, running there fourth. We find Terry Joyner unimpeded there, running in the fourth spot. Kaya Moyer, Trace Williams rounding out your field, and that's how they'll settle it off of turn number 4, where the win will go to the number 98, David Clymer. Pankow, Eichstadt, Jones, Moyer, Williams going to run our 6-car field for heat race number 2. Hope you guys are enjoying the racing action so far. We're going to be here all night at DWR at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Early out on a Sunday evening, as we are each and every week with this UMP Eichstadt Wraps Modified Series presented by DWR. Then we kick it off here at about 8:25 on Sunday nights here. The Sunday night shootout street stock series. If you want to ask me why I call DWR the absolute pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues, we'll check in here a little bit later on the street stocks here at about 8:30, and you will see the best of the best come to life on your source for esports racing as heat race number 3 going to make its way out to the racetrack now. Let's take you through our Boyles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole with a new look aboard car number 61. That is Josh Peacock, and alongside the number 631 is Alex Cummings. In row number 2, aboard the number 07 Damn Boy Racing Machine, that is Justin Pruitt. And alongside the number 073, that is Steve Robbins. Row number 3, we find a name we don't see here too often aboard car number 77, that is Blake Martin. And rolling shotgun on the field aboard car number 78, that is Stephen Redunes. So I don't know if we get the 77 out there. I think we're missing somebody out there. I think we got the call for 6. Redunes was 78 not there, so it looks like Stephen Redunes not going to answer the bell here for heat race number 3. So we'll see if he can't get that race car righted. Maybe join us here. Can't tell yet if we're going to have a consolation or go right into a 40-lap main event. I guess we'll wait and see, and we'll do us all together. It's a team here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you guys haven't done so yet, well, we've added some new races to our programming schedule, new leagues that we haven't seen before. We'll learn a whole lot more about with you folks out there. Check us out today at fullvelocitytv.com. Look out what we're up to as our iRacing guy flag. Green flag goes up in the air. Josh Peacock going to lead the field down in the turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. But look at Alex Cummings. Get that thing all riled up in the outside lane, trying to hold off a battle from the 07 of Justin Pruitt. They're going to get single file there for the top 3. Racing on for 4th. The 77 of Martinton alongside of Steve Robbins in the 073 as those guys have a pretty good race over there. Robbins holding on for the time being. Blake was going to try to take a peek down to the low side. Robbins now going to look under Pruitt. Racing on for the 3rd spot off the 4th corner. Pruitt holding on for the time being. We'll see if Steve makes a good run down there to 1 and 2. He checks up a little bit and almost opens the door for the 77 to maybe take some offense over to him. So pretty good nose to tail race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th on back as we look up front. Josh Peacock, as he did here last Sunday night, he pulled a Sunday sweep last week at the Lanier National Speedway, looking to pick up right where he left off in heat racing action here tonight. In the UMPs, Josh going to lead the field off of turn number 3 and 4, completing lap number 4. Alex Cummings doing a pretty dang good job right now in the 631. Justin Pruitt looks like he has found his groove in the 07. He has run Alex down to about a car length and a half, and those two may race it out here real good for positioning in that 2nd and 3rd spot. Pruitt going to take a peek down low under Cummings, almost going to pull alongside at the start finish line as the starter gives those cross flags on the field. 5 in, 5 to go. Pruitt has found his way all the way alongside the 631. They're door-to-door over in turn number 3, racing it out for position number 2. Cummings using the momentum of the outside lane. 07 of Justin Pruitt, that red and yellow numeral car, digging for all it's worth down to the middle part of the racetrack, sliding up the racetrack. And just as I kind of thought it would, Alex Cummings going to use that momentum of keeping that motor hung wide open, holding on to the 2nd spot. Pruitt thinking, doing his homework, he may take a thought now to maybe move his car to the outside of the speedway as Alex Cummings walks his car back to the high lane, says, nope, that '07 is going to have to pass me down low here tonight. Is already off of turn number 3 and 4. We're going to get 2 to go from the starter stand. 2 more trips around for our race leader. Car number 61, Josh Peacock, leading the way off of turn number 2. Alex Cummings holding on for that second spot now. Justin Pruitt fading a little bit as he is running back there in third, and then nose to tail for 4th and 5th with Steve Robbins leading over Blake Martin's number 77. Only 5 of the 6 cars making the call here for our final heat race of the night. That is in turn number 3 and 4, where the checkered flag is going to go in the air and going to put the checkers over the number 61 of Josh Peacock. Will take down the win. Alex Cummings in for 2. Justin Pruitt, Steve Robbins, and Blake Martin running out our 5-car field here for heat race number 3. And let's see where the magic of iRacing is going to take us next. It looks like it's going to drop us in. Looks like a B main we're going to do here tonight. So B main racing on the docket. Looks like we're scheduled to have 6 drivers join us out there for what is going to be 15 laps around, and they are all going to transfer on to the main event. So iRacing doing one of these silly things to us again, where you don't really bump anybody out of there. You just let them race for starting spots in the feature. So what do you say? I'll pause for the cause here for a second, take a quick drink, and we'll come back with our starting lineup of our B main 15 laps in length. All right, field getting gathered up here for a 15-lap B main, where they're all going to transfer on to the main event. So let's see what 6-car lineup is going to look like on the pole. Aboard car number 25 is Henry Jones, but Kaya Moyer alongside. Aboard car number 11, Blake Martin rolls off third. Aboard car number 77 with that bright green number 88 of Kevin Prettyman alongside. Row number 3. Looks like it's going to be Trace Williams in the number 60 and scheduled to roll off 6th there, but I do not believe he's going to be out there. Board car number 78, Stephen Radunes. Looks like Stephen not going to join us here for the rest of the night here in the UMP Modified. So we've got 5 out there. They're all going to race on into the A main. And so I guess there's a little bit of a last chance testing tune to dial their stuff in. A little bit more track time is off of turn number 4. iRacing, I flag, green flag goes up in the air. Henry Jones is going to lead the field now off of turn number 2. And we're already side by side for second, where Blake Martin got a pretty good start on Kyle Moyer through the corner, and Blake doing a good job down there. Kyle running up high in that number 11. Kyle, a guy we're very familiar with out there in the street stocks. We'll see how he takes that. As Jones gets loose and 2 drivers come together over in turns number 1 and 2. They both go around over there. Jones and Martin making contact, putting Kyle Moyer now up to the race lead. Pretty much all by his lonesome. He's going to be able to drive away and walk the dog on this one. As I look back here and try to figure out who's even running in second and how far the gap is. 3.5 seconds back to Trace Williams, little number 60. Kevin Prettyman back there in the 88. Jones and Martin going to round out the field here for our 15-lap B main. And Kyle Moyer, talk about going out there on a nice Sunday drive. Well, what better way to go out there and get 15 more laps of practice out there leading the field as looks like now issues for the 88 of Prettyman may put him down on pit side as well. So looks like he is going to join Blake Martin pit side aboard car number 88, 77 also down there as well. So Kaya Moyer's lead now 4.2 seconds over Trace Williams. Henry Jones from the lead to spinning out now, running in the 3rd spot. Not a whole lot of drama to talk about in this one. Is 5 laps of 15 in the books, and it's a story up front of Kyle Moyer. Just do not spin that race car out, Kyle, and you will pick up a win in the B main. Trace Williams out there in that plain white car. Supposed to be number 60 on there. I don't see any numerals on that thing at all. Trace has to upload his paint, obviously, but Trace out there making laps of running in second. Henry Jones running third of a 25. Kevin Prettyman, it looks like he's still out there making some laps. And the number 88, he's currently running fourth. He is one lap down. Looks like on the 77 of Blake Martin after the contact has pulled himself pit side. Looks like he's going to call this one a go here as far as the B main goes. But 5.1 seconds the gap out there between the race leader Kyle Moyer and Trace Williams. So Kyle doing a pretty dang good job, I got to say, as we're halfway home here. 8 laps in of 15 that make up the B main off of turn number 4 now to complete lap number 9 aboard car number 11. Gives me a second to look over here to the Facebook Live chat. I see our old buddy, the big bunky Rocky Batfield out there. I see Eric Eichstadt giving us, what the heck is Eric giving a thumbs down for? Todd not here, Eric, and I get a thumbs down. Is that what it for? I'll have to go back there through the chat. I see Caleb Ramsey. I see a conversation going on I completely missed over there. As Eric would give Phil a thumbs down, would he? Mindy might, but I don't know if he would, so I'll have to maybe go back over here and see where I missed it. Not even sure what's going on. I look back there, asking where Caleb was on the racetrack tonight, not out there, but Kyle Moyer leading this field his next time by. Will complete 12 of 15 in the book aboard that number 11 car. Trace Williams, Henry Jones running second and third. Kevin Prettyman and Blake Martin rounding out the field here. 5 cars for the B main where they're all going to transfer. And it's one of these silly things that iRacing likes to do is make these guys go out there and, log some extra laps, make the announcers talk for a few more laps. And I wish there was a more interesting story to tell here. But as we get lap number 14 onto the scoreboard with 2 to go, the number 11 car out there this time by 5.97 seconds. Kyle Moyer just out there having a good old-fashioned Sunday night cruise off of turn number 4 where the white flag goes in the air over the 11 car. And mercifully, one more trip around the 4/10 mile for that 11 machine. I think he's going to have a pretty good piece of the main event. Watching this one, stayed clear of some carnage, drove away from the field in a blink of an eye. Kyle Moyer picking up the win of the B main. Trace Williams should come home here for second. Henry Jones going to get third. Kevin Prettyman going to hold on to fourth, 1 lap down. Blake Martin going to be 13 laps in the rears with the top 5 here as he's pulled his car off early. So that will do it for the B main and settle us in for what is going to be a very fast, lightning quick 40-lap feature event here. The UMP Modifieds DWR sponsored by Eichstadt Wraps. We'll get ready to rock and roll here. Give me about 15 seconds. I'll take a quick swig and we'll fire and unload. 18 cars ready to go for 40 laps around. All right, our Voiles Trucking starting lineup going to roll away like this on the pole aboard car number 18. Set tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time for us aboard the 18 of Kyle Surratt. And alongside, it's Climber time aboard car number 98. That is David Climber. In row number 2, the number 61, last week's winner, doubled up over here on Sunday night. Josh Peacock, and alongside the Evil One Graphics, number 21, that is Jim Revis. Row number 3, the number 91 on the inside of Tyson Pankow with the 631 of Alex Cummings alongside. Stephen Moore rolls off 7th aboard car number 73. Electric Eric Eichstadt rolls off 8th aboard car number 12. Row 5, the 07 of Justin Pruitt. The 124 of Brett Rolls scheduled there to start 10th. Terry Joyner and Steve Robbins make up row number 6 with Kyle Moyer, Trace Williams, Henry Jones, Kevin Prettyman, and Blake Martin rounding out our 18-car field. Off of turn number 4, iRacing flag, green flag goes up in the air for 40 action-packed laps around the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So I hope you guys have strapped yourselves in because you are in for one of the wildest thrill rides of your life here in Charlotte off of turn number 4, completing lap number 1. Car number 18, Kyle Surratt, going to lead the field over a very good battle going on now for P2. As now we're wrecking over at turn number 1 and 2, one car around, and a couple of cars stacking up over there, and I think I even may have seen a turtle over there. The distance of the dirt kind of all spews over there. Slow the field back down. First head of a record service caution flag of the night finds us on lap number 2. Gonna put Jack already busy down there with the BladeNo.com Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay, and tough to see where it kind of all started from. I'm sure Jack will give you guys a look over there. They stacked them up over at turn number 1 and 2, and almost looked like there was a Revis got around on the 21, it looked like over there. I think that's kind of where it started. It stacked up a couple. I think Pruitt took a little shot over there. I think Eichstadt got stopped over in the 12. And I think got pretty much all the carnage over there. I think Josh Peacock's 61 also takes a little bit of a peek as well. And that one is Peacock going to go to the end of the longest line. So contact with the 21 looks like may have come off the nerve bar of the 61 of Josh Peacock, put him to the rear of the field, which is going to put him 15th, because it looks like we've had a few drivers not answer the call. The main event names like we know Stephen Radunes, looks like Brett Rolls also left at 124 on the trailer, as did Terry Joyner in the 711. So 15 drivers taking the green flag here tonight, the UMP Modified Series presented by Eichstadt Raps Dirt Warrior Racing. The place to be every Sunday and Wednesday night, and I'm really glad you have decided to begin your Sunday evening with us over here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. The Fill-In Jack Attack. Yes, I'm missing my partner in crime, Mr. Stanton, tonight, but work is going to be the big name of his game this week. I'm not sure how much we'll hear from Todd this week, but I know he is definitely missing being here, and I'm sure he'd rather be here than out there working, so that's never a good thing for him. But off turn number 4, I race the guy flag. Green flag goes up in the air. Kyle Surratt going to lead David Clymer back off in a turn number 1 and 2. And get the good run. The inside lane gets right on that restart as we going to go already. Stacking them up once again over at turn number 1 and 2. So slow the pace back down right away on the lap number 6. Second Hanover Record Service caution flag of the night slows it down. Jack's already got a BladeNo.com Full Velocity instant replay all queued up and ready, and it looks like it's going to be the 25 of Henry Jones and the 77 of Blake Martin meeting up in the middle. Both cars going around. Our second yellow flag of the night brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Thank Tyler and all the gang over there for all they do for all the iRacing Dirt community, all us broadcasters. They do a lot of great things for us. They support us in a huge way. If you want to do so, look him up in the West Virginia area. Give him a call for a tow if he needs something. Check out his Facebook, Hanover Record Service, and also do us a favor. If you're a loyal follower here to the network, go over to google.com. In the search bar, search up Hanover Record, and let's try to get Tyler's search portfolio out there now. They've got some new rigs going on over there. They've got a new fab shop. They've got repair shop going on over there being built. It's all coming along nicely. So thank you to Tyler. Good luck with all they do, as he supports a lot of us out there in the iRacing Dirt community quite a bit. So check him out once again, Hanover Record Services. We get ready for a restart. We'll come back with the call here live on your source for esports racing. All right, a little quick refresher right there is the iRacing.com safety truck makes its way pit side off the back straightaway. Going to put the field back into the hands of car number 18, Kyle Surratt, David Clymer, your front row. Off of turn number 4, iRacing guy flag, green flag going up in the air. We go back to it on lap number 10 of a 40-lap main event, so 1/4 of the way home, then very slow so far for the first 10 laps. It looks like we're all clean for the first time here off the exit of turn number 1 and 2. So let's get after some racing, and no, maybe not so clean after all, because we're turned around over once again in the back straightaway. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the field. Our third Hanover Record Service caution flag of the night is going to prompt the starter right away to make the call for a single file restart the rest of the night. So yellow flag number 3 finding us here on the racing surface, brought to you by Hanover Record Service, a BladeNode.com full velocity instant replay. I'm going to guess is going to show the number 61 of Josh Peacock going around again, and it's pretty strange to see Josh struggling here early on as the way he's doing, but looks like he got into the back of the 073 of Steve Robbins and sent those guys kind of through a whirly bird. So third yellow flag of the night here. I'm going to pause under this break under the caution because we got a big double bill here tonight at DWR Sunday Shootout Series following the UMP. So I'm going to keep myself hydrated on a very hot day up in the Northeast. And we'll be right back here with the call on your source for esports racing. Don't go anywhere. All right, back here live, getting ready for the restart here on your source for esports racing. Thank Todd Cummings for checking in over on YouTube Live, where he said, Jack, my volume may be a little tad bit low tonight, so maybe I'm going to turn me up just a touch over there, according to Todd Cummings over on YouTube Live. Thank you, Todd, for chiming in, because I don't get to hear the rest of the playback mix, so it's you guys to help us get these sound levels sorted out right sometimes with these different cars and racetracks we go to. We're back under green flag racing now with a single file restart. We'll see if that kind of precipitates some green flag racing actions, because we don't want to I-pace, we want to I-race. So what do you say we get back to it here off of turn number 4 for Kyle Surratt leading David Clymer. But Clymer time going to take a peek for the race lead for the first time over in turn number 1 and 2. Takes a good swing down to the low side. Look at the up high, Surratt firing back in aboard car number 18. Terrific race going on for the race lead over now off of 3 and 4 down the front, shooting in turn number 1 and 2 as those two drivers continue to battle it out. Here comes Tyson Pankow's number 91. Bubba going to take a peek down to the low side, as well as him and Clymer trying to capitalize on Kyle Surratt running the outside lane of the racetrack. But I think I think he's in the right lane for right now. I think the low side may come in here probably about another 10 or 15 laps. So I think the last 6 or 7 laps, I think you're going to see that low side really start to coming in as Pankow takes one more shot down low. Oliver Clymer there over turn number 4, but they stay single file for the time being. Clymer now going to take a peek to the low side of Surratt off of turner number 2 as they continue to stay nose to tail. Looking back a little bit further in the racing action, Alex Cummings running there in position number 4. Stephen Moore riding 5th, but him and Eric Eichstadt's number 12. A pretty good little race going on over there as well. Jim Revis with 21 also over there as we got more cars around. And looks like Stephen Moore wall riding down the backstretch. We're going to stay green, but something broken for sure on that 73 car of Stephen Moore as we keep it green on lap number 21 as we were raced out going off for the lead. Clymer and Surratt going to duke it out. Clymer going to try to run it down low in the 18 car off turn number 4. Kyle motoring with all the power he can use on the outside lane, but to this the part of the race now, halfway home in, 21 of 40 on the board, and I think by the time we hit lap 30, we'll be talking about a whole different scenario. Well, the inside lane may become faster than the outside. I think we'll wait and see. Surratt and Clymer doing a pretty dang good job right now, racing it out for the race lead off turn number 2, down the back chute over into turn number 3. And man, it's a pretty dang good battle going on here as we're going to slow it back down once again as we have issues on the racetrack. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Head of a record service. Yellow flag number 4 going to find us on lap number 24. So slow the field back down and put Jack back to work with another BladeNode.com full velocity instant replay where Alex Cummings, I think, hit a Ute tire. And if you've ever heard Phil do his rants about the Ute tire, you will know I have no love for those son of a guns. I don't think they serve any purpose down there besides, just destroying race cars, getting them stuck, and slowing down the works. And and he got stuck on it, and the 61 of Peacock gets into the back of a 631 as an issue. Ute tires, bad. Join Phil Lacass's revolution now on the Full Velocity Racing Network and end the Ute tire forever. Put a wall down there because we know the walls work. They'll keep you where you're supposed to be. You'll bounce off and you'll stay on the racetrack, and you will keep your car pointed in the right direction. Ute tires are bad. Todd Cummings, thanks again. As he says, you're welcome over in YouTube chat. I appreciate y'all tuning in and keeping us up there on what's going on. If something's amiss, we absolutely love to hear it. We take all the feedback. We adjust what we can here with the Phil and Jack Attack live on a Sunday night. Say hello to Shane Coffey, who was checked in over there live on Facebook as well. Rocky Batfield in there having a little bit of a conversation. Yeah, exactly, Rocky. That damn Ute tire. Rocky's on my team. Dang things cause nothing but harm and chaos out there. What do you say we go back to green flag racing here? iRacing, iFlag, green flag coming back on the speedway. Now on lap number 27, where Kyle Surratt going to lead the field off of turn number 2. David Clymer, Tyson Pankow, Eric Eichstadt now up into the top 4 positions. Aboard car number 12, Jim Revis there riding in 5th. Justin Pruitt, Josh Peacock, Kyle Moyer, Kevin Prettyman, our current top 5 here on now lap number 28 going up on the scoreboard this time around. Kyle Surratt has led all the laps so far. What do you say we race it out for the second spot in turn number 1? Pankow to the low side of Clymer, and I was making the prediction, I think about 10 laps remaining, that low side is going to start coming back in. So we'll see if these guys make me, prove right, or they make a complete fool out of me, which I'm sure Todd would be out there laughing at me if I was completely wrong, because, what do I know about dirt racing? I'm an asphalt guy, dirt transplanted out there in the broadcast world, so trying to get my education on the fly as we come off turn number 4. 10 laps remaining tonight here at our 40-lap main event. 30 on the board, 10 laps to go. I see 18 of Kyle Surratt going to lead David Clymer now by about 6 car lengths off turn number 2. About another 5 car lengths back till you find the 91 of Tyson Pankow. You got Eric Eichstadt holding on for a 4th right now, but he's got a little bit of an issue on his hands because Jim Revis is creeping all over the back there in the number 21. You got the likes of Justin Pruitt's 07 there, Josh Peacock's number 61. Looking to come back to life over there if he's got a good race car still underneath him. Oh, we have a big hit over there in turn number 3 and 4. A couple of cars got sent around. I think the 61 may have been the one that was sent, and I believe it may have been off the bumper. I believe off the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Those 2 drivers getting together in turns number 3 and 4. 5th Hannibal Record Service caution flag of the night. Find us now on lap number 33, and I think a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay is going to say it exactly like I think it happened. Kyle Moyer, I believe, right into the back of the 61 of Peacock, sends both those drivers around, slows them back down, and puts us under yellow flag once again. Yellow flags here, presented by Hannibal Record Service. In our replays, we're going to say big thank you to Vlad and Sam over at BladeNo.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. If you need web hosting, a VPS server, even one step better, maybe even a dedicated server, check them out now over at BladeNo.com. Great people, great product. They will serve all your needs over there. BladeNo.com is the place to find them. We'll be right back here with the call, the final laps from the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway on your source for esports racing. All right, this one's going to be a 4-lap shootout to settle it here tonight with dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Eichstadt Raps, UMP Modified Series. Kyle Surratt throwing that loud pedal down. He will lead the field off under turn number 1 and 2. David Clymer right away was going to take a peek to the low side and kind of come up a little bit short there through the corner as we're going to slow it back down again. 6th caution flag of the night on the speedway. Going to slow the field back down as we complete lap number 37. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm not sure if we're getting overtime here tonight. Not sure if it's set here for the modified series, but the 77 of Blake Martin going around in a knot, going to slow the field back down, rode the wall, and that's never a good idea. But that's what the wall is going to do. You're not going to leave. You're going to stay in unless you do put something absolutely spectacular. Our sixth Hanover Record Service caution flag on lap number 36. The race will be extended for a green-white checker attempt at a finish here. Can Kyle Surratt hold on? Can David Clymer do him justice and take down the win? Can Tyson Pankow, Eric Eichstadt, or how about Justin Pruitt and Jim Revis still going to be on our third row as we call the restart on your source for esports racing? We'll be right back to it. We'll be about a lap from now. We'll be back here at the call. Don't go far. Stay tuned. Finish coming up next. All right, what do you say? Green, white, checker attempt number one this time off of turn number 4. iRacing, flag, green flag returns to the air. And hopefully for the duration is Kyle Surratt going to be the first to lead the field off of turn number 1 and 2. Tyson Pankow takes a big move down to the low side of the 91. Him and David Clymer going to be side by side, door to door, slugging it out here for position number 2 as Kyle Surratt going to take the white flag here. One more trip around the 410 mile for the driver of car number 18. But we have a battle going on for the second spot down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Kyle Surratt going to hold on to pick up the checkered flag, and by just mere inches, it looks like second place will go to David Clymer. Tyson Pankow going to get third. Eric Eichstadt will finish up fourth. Jim Revis going to get top 5. Justin Pruitt, Alex Cummings, Kevin Prettyman, Kyle Moyer, Josh Peacock running at our top 10 with Trace Williams, Steve Robbins, Stephen Moore, Henry Jones, and Blake Martin running at our 15-car field tonight. DWR Eichstadt Wraps UMP Modified Series post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. Coming up next over in Discord. Don't go far. We'll make the transition over there. We'll talk to our top 3 next live on Full Velocity TV.
Sound muted.
All right, back here live post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. It's going to find Kyle Surratt as this week's big winner of the UMP Modified Series at DWR. David Clymer going to be in for second, and our third place finisher joining us now aboard car number 91, our buddy Tyson Pankow finishing up third. Tyson, a pretty good finish for you here tonight. Not nearly the green flag laps I think we all kind of needed for the cars to come in. You took one good shot there at Clymer in those last 2 laps, man. Tell us about the run there.
Yeah, I thought I was in trouble starting on the bottom, but it worked out. It worked out pretty good.
Now, in a race like this one, where let's face it, we started, we stopped. How tough is it to get into a rhythm in these race cars? These race cars are pretty foreign to a lot of guys over here at DWR. I know you've got a lot of laps put in one of these things, but for guys, or even guys like yourself that know what these cars and how they're going to react, how tough is it to get into a rhythm when we start and stop so many times?
It's really hard. It's probably a good thing we stopped and started for me. I was watching Clymer and Surratt drive away, so it was probably a good thing we caught a bunch of yellows like we did.
Well, sometimes it works out that way, Tyson. You get a top 3 run here tonight live with the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to be here all night long I'm sure we'll see you jump in the street stock here in a little bit as well. But here in the UMPs, I'm going to give you the mic one more time. We're live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Tyson, whoever's out there watching, we're going to say hello to. Take the floor away and thank everybody you'd like to thank.
I just want to thank DWR for putting on the street stocks, Eric from Eichstadt Reps, Trash Panda Graphics, Jim Revis at Evil One Graphics, and of course you guys at Full Velocity Racing Network. It wouldn't be possible without everybody, and just want to appreciate everybody that comes out and runs all this.
We appreciate the guys that come out and be a part of it as well. Like this guy here, a big supporter of us and good friend of ours, of course, car number 91, Tyson Pankow. He'll get third tonight in the UMPs, and good run for him. And we'll walk down here a little bit further and let's talk to the driver of car number 98. Clymer time tonight aboard that number 98 special. David Clymer finishing up second here tonight, man. Great run for you. I am sure you were a guy that was itching for more green flag laps and trying to take a shot at Kyle. He had a fast car, but your car was pretty dang good too. Tell us about your run there.
Oh yeah, man. Car was great, man. Felt great. Yeah, we kept having all them yellows, man. It hurt me. I couldn't get enough green flag laps to try to make a run on him. Every time I'd set him up to try to do a slider or something, yellow flag would come out.
Now, nobody gets that tough to get into a rhythm as much as we had that yellow flags and stuff. Starting and stop the way we did, but how much of this racetrack progressed at all? Did the groove even get the change? Did we run enough laps out there under green for this racetrack even to start getting slicking off to make passes?
Oh man, racetrack. You had multiple grooves. You could go anywhere you wanted. You could drift high and then go to the bottom and come out of three. I mean, it was anywhere you wanted to go. You could make a line work. The high side had the momentum. But rather than that, it was trying to get the momentum on the high side and try to diamond it off back on the bottom, get the run back on the straightaway.
Well, I was wishing you guys had more green flag laps to settle this one because I think you had a pretty dang good piece and something I could probably give Kyle something to sweat about. But David Clymer, a second place finish here tonight, live on Full Velocity. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I'm going to give you the microphone one more time and thank whoever like to thank the guy out here.
Yeah, man, I like to thank Eric and everybody that puts this on. Thank Kyle for the win for Race McLean. Everybody that comes out and joins us. My wife for taking care of the kids upstairs while I come out and do this, and God for letting us wake up every day.
Agreed. 100% agree with everything he just said right there, folks. There you have it from trackside here aboard car number 98. David Clymer gets second spot here tonight at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we have talked to our third place finisher. We have talked to the second place finisher. Now there's only one place left to go as I make the trip over here to Bladeno.com, Victory Lane, and we find a familiar face, car number 18, Kyle Surratt. Kyle, you set tonight's quick time. Car was lightning fast all night long. You lead this one wire to wire. Yes, a lot of caution flags, but hey, a win is a win. I don't know if you broke a sweat out there, bud. Tell us about your race car.
Yeah, this is my favorite track to run modifieds at, so I was real excited to coming into tonight, and I had a good battle with Clymer there in the beginning stages, and then through the middle stages, and on the one of the later caution flags, I switched my line up a little bit after they went single file, and seemed like I was able to drive away from them as they was racing next to each other, and then just had a couple more caution after caution, and went in there with like 2 to go and almost gave it away there, got into the wall, and luckily I was able to recover pretty quickly and drive it onto the win.
Now, for guys like me who've never experienced something like this, a simulation, being new to all of us here, and that is the theory of a green-white checker finish. And, talk about the difference of where your blood pressure kind of sits, the anticipation goes from a normal restart to that last one that is a green-white checker to settle it. How do the nerves change on that situation versus say a normal restart, say in middle part?
Well, I guess you could say that your nerves go up just a hair for me anyway. Everybody's a little bit different, and but with a green white checker that there's a chance that somebody's going to go off in there and throw a haymaker at you or something like that to try and make a last ditch effort to win the race. And but all these guys with DWR, they race pretty clean, especially the guys that was racing up front here. So I didn't really think I had to worry about that too much.
No, I don't think you did. I don't think you had much to worry about in that race car at all tonight. It was quick off the truck. set tonight's quick time and qualifying, walked away with the heat race, and leads all 40 laps here, the feature event. Kyle Surratt, we're live tonight, Full Velocity Racing Network as usual, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I'm going to pass you the mic one more time, my friend. Any friends, family, or sponsors out there watching? I know this is pretty much a team or just a one-man show for you, but anybody out there maybe watching, gives us support out there?
I think my mom's probably watching tonight. She tries to watch when I'm on here, and of course, I gotta thank myself for putting this deal together. Tommy Rogers at TNT Auto Source. Need your car hooked up down in St. Louis area? Look him up. They'll get you done right. Thank you guys for putting on a broadcast, and DWR for putting.
Absolutely right. Well, there you have it, folks, from trackside in Bladeno.com. Victory Lane. This guy is all class all the way around and pretty dang hot shoe aboard car number 18, Kyle Surratt, picking up the win here in the Eichstadt Wraps UMP Modified Series. That is going to do it for us with this round of Full Velocity TV coverage here tonight in Charlotte. We'll be back here live in about 1 hour from now with a Sunday shootout. We switch gears into a low-powered street stocks, which is going to give us one wild ride here on the network. So on behalf of all of our sponsors, of course, Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, Bladeno.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. For Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Jack Truin, Martin Karch, the entire cast of characters here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil Lacasse going to sign off from now, but we'll see you back here live, 8:20 p.m. Eastern on your source for esports racing. Let's Go Street Stock Racing coming up in just a little while. Stay cool out there, everybody. We'll see you here in a bit.